welcome to What Am I Rolling, a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. This week, I'm joined by my friends Jamie and Janina for an exciting introductory adventure into the world of Pathfinder. Yes, that's right, we are playing Black Fang's Dungeon, the starter adventure from the beginner's box for Pathfinder 1st edition. Written by Jason Bullman and Sean K. Reynolds, Black Fang's Dungeon was designed to introduce new players and new GMs to the Pathfinder system, which was originally published by Paizo Publishing back in 2009. You can find out more about Pathfinder, check out other scenarios and adventures, and updates on the upcoming 2nd edition on the official Paizo website. That's www.paizo.com. I'll include links to it on the What Am I Rolling website and in this episode's show notes. Pathfinder is a modified version of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition, and, as such, the core game mechanics may seem familiar to many RPG players who have dabbled with D&D in the past. Regardless, the key thing to remember is this. Whenever a character performs an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw, they must roll a 20-sided die known as a d20. They then add any relevant modifiers or bonuses from their character sheet to the result and see if they can beat an unknown difficulty class, or DC, which has been set by the Games Master. I don't want to get too bogged down in how to play Pathfinder or the main differences between Pathfinder and Dungeons & Dragons, as A, I couldn't do it justice in the time we have, and B, the Hero's Handbook and the Game Master's Guide from the Beginner's Box for Pathfinder actually do a really good job of going through the main mechanics, so you should really just check those out. If you want to find out more, check out the official Paizo website. That's www.paizo.com. As all of us were completely new to Pathfinder 1st edition, we decided to create some basic level 1 characters based off the pre-generated character sheets which came with the beginner's box. In our one-shot, Jamie played Sir Gragam, the elf cleric, and Janina played Ariadne Jones, the human rogue. Naturally, these next few episodes will have spoilers for Black Fang's Dungeon, so if you're planning to play it, just pause the episode for now and come back when you're ready. One last thing before we begin. Naturally, there are times in this one-shot where the players, and myself, mostly myself, get the rules wrong or forget something plot-wise. Whilst we always endeavour to stick to the rules wherever possible, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, and what matters most is that everyone enjoys themselves. So, with all that out of the way, let's play Black Fang's Dungeon. Your hometown of Sandpoint is a quaint seaside settlement that periodically has problems with monsters, such as wicked goblins and hungry ghouls, but the citizens always manage to endure and survive. Lately, however, a far greater danger has come to threaten the town. A few weeks ago, livestock started disappearing from nearby farms, and sometimes a half-eaten corpse is found and sometimes only bloodstains. The people of Sandpoint are afraid, and the mayor is growing desperate. She hopes that some heroes will volunteer to search out this menace and put an end to it before it kills an actual person. She's offering a reward of 1,000 gold pieces to the group that stops this mysterious creature. Although no one has seen the killer directly, a long black fang was found in one of the animal corpses, prompting the locals to dub the unseen killer Black Fang. You've decided to go on a quest to put an end to these brutal killings, and rumour holds that Black Fang is living in an old cave not too far from town, which has been used as a den for many monsters over the years. You've gathered your gear.
Like there's a regular monster den.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we should really clear that out.
The real
now.
estate in this town is just...
You've gathered your gear and now approaching the entrance to this dungeon, but you still have a few moments to get to know your fellow adventurer. So, would you like to introduce yourselves and your characters?
So we're just like at the entrance to this cave, right? We're just like...
Currently right now, but you can sort of introduce and have roleplay, or you could just say something...
Just like looking into the cave, having a look at it, scoping it out, like I can't really see that far into it.
Yeah, I imagine that you are standing just stock still and staring because you can't move very much.
I can't move very much, but I do have low light vision so I can see a little bit into it.
Oh, that's nice.
And you know what's in there is more cave.
Great. It's good to have this, like, cleared up.
It's good
What
to
we're
have
getting
that
into.
skill, really. I've also got some keen senses and something called weapon
Something called
familiarity.
Oh, sure.
I know what they are.
You've heard of
You
them
know
before.
them very well.
I've seen.
You've heard tell of axe and
Yeah.
sword.
So, here's my first question to you in character. This is my character voice now.
Okay.
I know it doesn't sound much different to the untrained ear, but do we now count as a group? Because I'll be honest with you, I came here on my own. Because I have 40 gold pieces in my pocket for my name. No judgment here or anything.
Yeah.
So I do want that 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, this is the thing. I guess we can be a group, but this is also my character voice. You may not be able to tell. It's a very subtle distinction. I am hoping that you die during this quest, and then I take the full 1,000.
Full disclosure,
I mean,
that's going to be a problem.
500 gold pieces is great, and like if we end up having to split it, I guess I won't. Like,
I mean, what is
complain
that
too much,
really?
But
That's
I'd rather
like-
have the full amount. So, if
What's
you,
500 gold pieces really in this town of Buckingworthshire? Really, that's like...
Sandport.
That's a hovel, Sandport.
Sandpoint, sorry.
Sorry, I was confusing the county.
Oh, my
short Sandpoint in
Sandpoint in
Buckinghamshire.
Of course.
Buckinghamshire.
Yeah.
Like,
now canon,
around here, that's like a hovel, wasn't even a house.
Sure, maybe
the
for
oligarchs.
fancy boys. Fancy boy over here who wants his, like,
Got a lot of armour, got a lot of space for the armour.
7-story mansion.
Definitely given to me for legit reasons.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
I believe it's Hail and Well Met. Is the
That's your
traditional
name.
greeting.
I
The traditional greeting is Hail and Well Met.
I like that you're saying this. You met at like the edge
Yeah.
of Sandpoint and you're walking. And you're going
And we have it, and just now you're saying hello to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck you too.
My name, I do have a name. It is Sir Graham.
Sir Graham.
Yeah.
Sure. My name is Ariadne Jones.
Right. Anyone Ariadne once.
Good for
Kind
you.
of a dick.
Good for you, Sir Graham. I'm just going to call you Gragnum.
That's fair.
Because I don't observe titles. I don't believe in the monarchy.
It's not a title. It's just my name. Like, this is just like... If you want, look, this comes up all the time.
So it's like how people call their dogs like Major and Captain and Sir. That's what your parents did?
No, because I'm a person. I'm not a dog. I'm a person. My parents call me Sir. Their name is Graham. I don't know what the problem is. I don't understand why people get confused about this so much. I know I got the armour. I know I was an army guy, not a knight. It's just got to clear us up now. I'm going to rip off this band-aid.
All right then, Sir.
Or this fantasy band-aid. Whatever they got here.
There'll be a bandage, yeah.
Let me bandage. Rip off this bandage right now. Because we all know, just rip it off. That's the least painful way to undress a wound. That's what I learned in the army.
Sure, I'm really glad that this conversation is like following logical and relevant talking points.
Really
and not just
hoping,
veering off wildly.
kind of hoping you'll get bored and wander off and I get 1,000 gold.
Well, I'm going to wander off into the cave.
Like, how do you feel about this? I feel good. I feel like this is definitely a chupacabra of some kind, which is something I encountered in my travels to Fantasy Mexico.
Sure.
And I think I could take, in a fight, a chupacabra.
Okay, well, let's find out.
Definitely do it.
So at last, the dungeon is in sight. The entrance looks more like a cave than the front door to an underground fortress. A curtain of thick green moss hangs over the entrance, which I will draw quickly on the map. Oh, so beautiful.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. Definitely
Jumping
not,
out right,
definitely
right
not
out
a
at me.
barrier. Cool.
It's like I painted a word picture.
And also
A real one.
a visual picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a curtain of thick green moss hangs over the entrance, hiding what lies beyond. Standing in front of the entrance is a menacing old stone statue of a warrior.
Ooh.
Which is there. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna have a look at this warrior guy.
Yeah, I want to check out the warrior too.
Alright, so you're both sort of...
I'm gonna touch it and just like not like in an investigatory way, just like, how's it going, mate? also definitely a soldier man. Here's to Gorham. And I just kind of pat his shoulder.
Pat his shoulder.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anything secret or hidden about it. Like
Alright.
maybe it's a trapdoor that's going to lead us right to the bottom of the dungeon so we don't have to go on it.
Go in there. Go past.
It's like, you've been here for 20 minutes.
I'm trying to find a shortcut.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
wasted all this time chatting to what's-his-face.
make a perception check then for you.
So that is a 6 plus 5 and 11.
11. Doesn't look like there's any trapdoors, but you can also see, sir, that it is an old statue. It is
Good.
The features have been actually worn away. Clearly been stood there for some time, maybe about 100 years or so, but yeah, it doesn't really have any features. It just is a shape. So you sort of do that, and then it's kind of weird the way it's sort of the face is sort of melted away and just nothing there.
Okay, yeah. There's no fate. Okay, that's fine. I knew a guy like that once.
It just looks like it's been there for 100 years. No, doesn't seem any sign of secret trapdoor to the end. No.
That's a shame.
What about,
does it have a...
Yeah, can I use my... Like, I got a knowledge history. I got a knowledge history skill, if you'd shut up for a minute.
You say this out loud. You're just,
it's yelling
looking around. Just looking around.
I do have a 5 in knowledge history.
All right.
And I know that sounds like a broken English just made that up off the top, but it's definitely true. Like, whose fortress is this, and what? Like, what can I expect?
Make a knowledge history.
Oh yeah, and I also have knowledge.
How do I actually
have a
do
5 in
that?
knowledge local.
Yes. Do you wanna,
shall I do a roll on local?
So knowledge history and knowledge.
What have I got to roll for that?
So it is D20 plus your mod on that. What did you?
I got another 11.
I got a 9.
9.
Again, saying this well out loud.
You remember what I said earlier? Rumour holds that Black Fang lives in an old cave not too far from town, which has been used as a den for many monsters over the years.
Cool.
Okay, great.
I remembered.
Cool.
You both remember that. Doesn't seem to be any other history.
We
to
remember
it.
that thing from
So,
our mission statement.
I hear many monsters have been here over the years.
Yeah, I know.
So the guy told you as well.
Yeah.
I gave him like 20 quid for that. Give him like 20 fucking gold pieces for
Well,
that.
I didn't even need to hear it from him because I got an 11 in local knowledge. So
Don't know what that means. That makes no sense to me.
Broken words.
Yeah.
should we try to go through this weird mossy curtain?
Yeah. Let's kill the chupacabra.
Do we want to like cut the moss away or just walk through it?
Can I just barrel through it? Can I just like walk right through it? I've got a lot of armor. There's some spikes on it, I imagine. Can I just like try and like just like does it look like there's anything behind it?
Definitely standing back while you do that.
Like I'm not gonna run into it. I'm just gonna like shrug it off.
Are you going to inspect it first? Is that what you're saying? You're just going.
No.
No?
I'm just gonna like does it look like a curtain of moss? Or does it look like a mossy wall? Is my question.
Oh, it looks like a curtain of moss. It doesn't
Okay,
look
yeah,
like
it's
a
fine.
wall.
I'm just gonna walk right through it and shrug it off.
All right, so you're going to walk right into it.
Yeah.
I'm standing back.
All right,
While
so,
he does that.
cool.
If this works, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
No.
Like it's moss.
Yeah, I've been in dungeons before.
Yeah.
This isn't my first rodeo. I'm staying away from the moss until I know
Me
what's up.
neither. Hence the armor. This isn't what I wear at home. Like I put this on. I do wear it at home, but only for special occasions,
impress the ladies?
weird sex stuff. Which I guess is also a special occasion.
Sure.
So, as you approach the curtain, ready to barrel through it, the curtain of moss suddenly parts,
Yeah!
and a pair of small green creatures with melon-shaped heads and toothy mouths come charging out,
Right, I'm just gonna just whack him. I'm just gonna...
swinging crude
Like, not even a second thought. I'm just gonna swing a sword over there.
All right,
I mean, you don't get to just attack. You've got to roll initiative.
yes, exactly. Please roll initiative, both of you.
It's a D20.
D20.
Always is
What's your initiative?
Plus my initiative. That is a 2. With my initiative is... nothing.
-2. Excellent. So you'll probably go last.
Where is my initiative?
You have improved initiative.
I do have improved
Is it
initiative.
at the top there?
Oh, yes, weapons and attacks.
So
Great.
you got
Plus 6.
excellent.
And I am rolling 2, so I rolled an 8. This game's going really well so
All
far.
right, that's fine. Someone rolled a 0 technically, so it's fine.
Don't know who that was. Probably one of the goblins.
So with those rolls, the goblins do go first,
Cool.
unsurprisingly. Actually, you see them, sir, as they sort of come out because they're quite
Cool.
small.
I go,
Yeah. They also. The biggest thing you notice about them, apart from their huge melon heads, is that they've got really horrible teeth.
Right.
Really big. It's almost like.
Would you describe it as black teeth?
No, let's just
Right.
just a lot of them.
Right, yeah.
They're almost like Joker-esque style. One of them has sort of the prominent teeth is sort of snaggle-toothed.
Okay.
And then the other one has sort of like a gammy eye.
Cool.
So I'll say this one on the left is snaggle-tooth and gammy eyes on
Great.
my
Yeah.
right. So
I just want it to be canonical that I rolled my initiative badly because I definitely laughed at Sir
yes.
when this happened.
To be fair, Who expects goblins? Like,
I mean, you expect something. It's a creepy cave.
So Snaggletooth goes first, and naturally it is almost surprised
Fair.
to see someone was about to barrel through.
it's barreling, you're just walking normally. I have a fast walk.
Not working. So it's going to get out of its short sword and attack you, sir. Okay, well, rubbish, that's a 6 to attack. Does it hit your armor class?
So if it's below my armor class,
It doesn't hit.
I actually have not calculated this. Give me a second.
It's okay.
Because it was actually about magic, and we got sidetracked.
You probably don't have magic.
5 plus 2 minus 2. 5 plus 10 is 15.
Alright, so it doesn't hit you.
That's pretty good.
If anything, it sort of sways slightly and goes, and then you just sort of go, this is awful.
It's a clang. Yeah.
Exactly. The second one, the one with the gammy eye, is also going to have a go at you. That's much better. That's a 21 to hit.
Cool. It's clang and also ow.
Oh, and that's a 19 as well, so it's possible crit on a 19. So I'm going to roll again. No, it doesn't hit your armor class, so it's just going to do a normal attack on you. 4 slashing damage to you as you get this one. So you step back from the Snaggletooth one, and then the gammy eye sort of like lunges at you, and sort of maybe grates the top of your boot. But it goes in.
So what does that do to me mechanically?
So you lose hit points. You lose 4 hit points.
Jesus.
From the top. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to be playing around with.
God damn.
I'm going to shoot at Snaggletooth with my crossbow.
Fabulous. Please roll an attack for me, please. That's a d20 plus your crossbow.
So that is 6 plus 2? 8?
Does not hit, unfortunately. It sort of goes wide over the top.
Cool.
Misses it. So you still have a free action, which is, what was said before, is like talking or move 5 feet, or you can use your move action to move away.
No, I think I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sir, it's your go.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to yell out a swear word.
As your free action?
Yeah.
Great.
So yell.
I'm still laughing.
That's probably why you
Step back a little bit and hit it with the sword that I have.
Excellent. Which one are you hitting?
The gammy eye fuck.
Yeah, the one that hit you.
That dickhead.
Alright, roll an attack. So that's a d20 plus your attack bonus.
Okay. So plus 1 on my attack bonus. That is a 15.
15. Yes, that does hit. So
That's
roll damage for me.
1d8 plus 1, so
Yeah, so
d4 twice.
Do you not have a d8? That's a d8.
Is it?
That one.
Oh, shit, so it is. 1d8 plus 1
There's
damage.
a diagram right
Shut
there.
up! I did 8 damage.
8 damage. It's only got 6 health.
Yeah! It splats!
Describe how you kill off this goblin then.
I'm just gonna literally, just bring the sword, over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just,
So it just sort of splits in half.
yeah,
Sort of
just, This is all in one very surprised action.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's decimated.
Now, interestingly, I do not have a martial weapons proficiency, although I did just use a martial weapon. I'm very sorry, I forgot to tell you.
It's fine.
That's
You
fine?
would have hit it,
Okay.
even with the minus to your roll, would have hit it.
Okay, that's good.
Is there anything else you have to do? You can move, or you can do something. You used your free action to swear, I guess.
I did, yeah.
So- Obviously, if you do move, the Snaggletooth one will have an attack of opportunity against you.
That's fine, I'm not shifting. It's fine.
You're not shifting, you're, ready.
It's fine, I got the sword out now.
Sweet.
So Snaggletooth, seeing his friend being completely cut in half, suddenly
I feel like this should be at least a bit threatening.
the Snaggletooth one sort of looks at you and goes, shit! And then tries to attack you. Does not attack you, that's like a 7. Doesn't hit.
Sure.
Clangs off.
Clang.
Actually, make what's not insight? Was it detect emotions?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. Yeah, do one of those. Have you got that?
Yes.
Yeah, so roll a d20
Roll a
plus-
d20 plus...
Whatever you got with that mod.
Okay,
Yeah.
so d20 plus...
8.
Whatever. Yeah, I got 10 on that one.
You think this goblin's drunk?
Cool.
Like he's sort of swaying, but it
I
burps.
smell a bit of the... Yeah,
Yeah, you burps
yeah.
and you just.
There's booze
What's
in
your
here.
character's name? Sorry, I didn't.
I'm Ariadne Jones.
Ariadne Jones. Ariadne,
always
what would you like to
Jones.
do?
It is always Jones. That's on purpose. I mean, I feel bad attacking him if he's drunk. I don't want to.
Does she know this? Does
but
she
he
know
is
he's
trying
drunk?
to kill it.
I mean, you see it staggering a little bit,
Yeah.
but you don't. If you hear it burp, that's weird.
Like, is it a normal goblin thing to stagger, I guess?
I mean, it's still trying to attack us, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so I'm just gonna.
But it
You
does
go
have
attack.
booze
I'm
and
gonna
we
take
know this.
another crossbow shot.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that's more like it. That's a 17.
17 hits.
Great.
Roll your
So that is a
damage.
D8 plus 2. So that's 6.
Yeah, headshot.
Nice.
Dead.
Dead. Snaggletooth's just like,
In the wall.
probably does a last burp before it goes down dead.
Yeah.
I'm going to search that goblin for some booze.
You can search for
Like-
which one, the Snaggletooth?
Oh, yeah, he sounded drunk.
Yeah, so you don't actually have to search quite hard for this one. So on the goblin, there's a short sword, a dead lizard,
Great. Handy.
an empty jug of wine,
Fuck. Empty jug for wine.
and a belt pouch containing 2 gold pieces.
I
Sweet.
searched the other one.
£42.
Exactly the same.
Oh, great.
So yeah, short sword, dead lizard, empty jug of wine, belt pouch containing 2 gold pieces.
I'm gonna in my head, this
30.
has been pinned to the wall with the crossbow, so it's just kind of dangling. It's just kind of just pat it down. Find his dead lizard, just kind of throw that right over my shoulder. Just
It's like, nah, I'm good.
and just kind of empty out that jug of wine, drips
Yeah.
onto the floor there. It's but I'll take the jug.
You take the jug.
I'll take the
You
jug.
never know when you're going to need a jug.
That is true.
Look, one of these things had wine.
Both of them had wine.
Both of them had wine. That means there's wine here. I'm not gonna lie. My plan was to spend quite a lot of that money on wine. So if I can cut out a middleman here, it's pretty good.
It's good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
I want to sort of check out through the mossy curtain and see if I can see if there are any other goblins.
So
around.
Are you poking your head
Poking
through?
my head through and pushing it aside with my sword and peering around.
Yeah, make a perception check for me then.
That is, what is that, an 18 plus 5, 23.
Small moss curtain parts to reveal a small cave with a low ceiling. On the far side of the room is a pair of straw mats with a battered treasure chest sitting between them. Off to one side, a passageway leads to a pair of stone doors. You can see it's not very well lit, so you might not be able to see as much of it, but you can tell the passageway goes off and you can see sort of these mats and a treasure chest.
Sure. Let's have a look inside that bad boy.
So you're both going in?
I'm gonna check first.
Ariadne's just like...
Yeah, I'm gonna check
I
first.
want to make a point.
I already made this one mistake.
did just check. That's what I did. I
I'm
was
just I feel
yeah.
like I'm just apprehensive
You just don't trust-
because I've been burned before very
So
recently.
because you failed to check, you now do not trust my ability to check.
Pretty much,
Well,
yeah. I don't know you.
Yeah. Well, while you're ferreting around, I'm looking in the treasure chest.
You're going to the treasure chest. Cool.
Cool.
Sorry, what were you doing, sir?
I'm gonna have a look around, see what else is in this room, if I can see anything. I got good low light vision and keen senses, if that helps
Is
anything.
true. So you both go into this room, the sort of moss curtain sort of swishes behind you, and you were going to try and open the treasure chest?
Yeah.
It is currently locked.
I have thieves' tools.
You have thieves' tools. Excellent. Can you make me a disable device skill check, then?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
That is a 15 plus 6, 21.
Easily. You're very practiced at this, so you're sort of slowly getting the keys out and stuff like that. Sir, again, doesn't look like there's any other goblins in here. There doesn't seem to be anything else.
Nothing else of interest?
No, I mean, there's the straw mats. If you want to have... You see Ariadne sort of looking through this chest, and you're like, well, what am I going to do?
Kick at him. Just,
You're going to kick at the mats?
just gonna just shuffle him out the way a
The
little
goblins
bit.
hid their journals underneath them.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you looking through the straw mats? Is that-
Little wedding photo. Well,
If you want to look for the straw mat, make me a perception check.
okay. My perception.
If you don't have it in your skill, if it's not ticked or it doesn't have any...
Okay. No, I don't, yeah, so
Just
it's
roll a straight d20 for me.
18.
18. So we'll come to you first, Ariadne. So you managed to... there's a little shift, and it pops open. You're like, oh, brilliant. And inside...
Another goblin bursts out.
It's actually just a goblin in very good disguise.
Inside you find a small sack of 20 gold pieces. Yeah. A small ruby worth 50 gold pieces.
Oh, shit.
So do I just add that as gold pieces?
You can add it to your treasure bit, or to your notes bit, or you can add it to your treasure, unless you're going to tell Sir that you found this.
I'm going to go ahead and assume not.
I have no reason to share with him.
Perfect.
So,
Fair
20 gold pieces and a ruby worth 50.
Yep. You also find a really high quality dagger. And you look at it, and there's like a mark on it, and it says Masterwork Dagger, which is, if you want to look it up, it's on Hero.
But does it say Masterwork Dagger on the side?
It does, yeah.
That's like a brand name.
Yeah, it's page 44 in the Hero Handbook. And there's also a glass potion vial of orange liquid, which you can't tell what it is. Sir, you sort of ruffle through the things. You don't find any diary, you don't find any wedding photo.
Sure.
You do find a key, though.
Nice. I'm going to take the key
Yeah.
and catch Ariadne's eye. There's anything in the chest there. I'm going to pocket the key and not say any goddamn word
Is that
about
the key to the chest?
it.
Cool, so that's the Masterwork Dagger is just a +1. It gives you a +1 to attack rolls. So that means it's not +1 to damage, it's +1 to attack.
Yes. You can tell that the dagger is not magical, it's just incredibly well made.
I mean, it is a masterwork dagger.
It is a masterwork.
They make really good stuff.
And the talk of
The
Sandpoint
acme of...
of the fantasy realms.
yes, I did not know what the land name was.
And a mysterious potion.
A mysterious potion.
Is there any way, like, can I roll something to see if I know what it is, or...
Do you have a skill that can do that?
I don't know.
You might have a cleric that could tell you these things.
Yeah.
What do you need to know? Sorry, what?
Sure, so you know what this here potion be?
Can I take the potion off you? It's like, hold it in
Yeah,
my
I'll
hand.
hand it out over to you,
Okay.
let you have a good look.
Just gonna, like, uncork it and give it a sniff. I do got
It kills you immediately.
knowledge arcana, if that is a thing.
You do have an Orson, though, don't you? That helps you...
Oh, yeah, good point.
Them cantrips, basically.
I do got detect magic, read magic. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do?
Would you like to detect the magic in the potion?
I mean, it is a potion. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's magic. Can I just read the magic?
Wait, is there an Arcana skill? Or is it... yeah.
Knowledge arcana.
Knowledge arcana, yeah.
Are you proficient in that?
As in, I've got a 5 in it.
That's fine. Roll a d20 plus that, then.
Cool. 17 plus 5 equals like 22.
Yeah, you know what this is instantly. It is a potion of Cure Light Wounds.
Cool.
And you know if a character drinks it, they will be healed 1d8 plus 1 points of damage.
Just gonna uncork it with a... And then just like... Put it back in. It's a potion of Cure Light Wounds. And just hand it back.
Fine quality.
Potion of Cure Light Wounds, I believe it's a 2016
Great.
BC.
So it's probably not worth you using it now when you've only lost 2 hit points, is it?
There's also, I do have this skill as well. Like, my plan was, while I was in here, if there's nothing else to fight.
Oh, what is this?
I do have Cure Light Wounds as a skill because I'm a cleric.
Oh, right. So you don't need the potion at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I can Cure Light Wounds, but then I gotta take a long rest before I can use it again.
Right.
It's like, okay, so I got this Cure Light Wounds. Just gonna use this if that's alright with you. Got
Okay,
some
so you're
light
just drinking
wounds.
it?
If that's okay.
I mean, I just, this is out of character.
No, this is in character.
No,
Is
no,
it
no,
like,
I know.
Alright.
I just want to, like, because it's 1d8 worth of healing.
I got hit for 4 hit points just now.
Oh, I thought you got hit for 2.
No.
It was quite a bad.
Like,
Okay,
I'm
no, yeah.
fully bleeding. Like,
You just, drink. Go ahead, then you.
fully bleeding here. Do you mind if I...
If you feel that you must, if you can't carry on the way you are,
Is it alright if I
you're
take
some
this,
sort of
your
fancy
goddamn
princess
highness?
that needs to be back at 100.
Then I'm just gonna uncork it again and just swig it.
I mean, you do have the straw mats. You could bed down for the night, but you're only in Area 1. So
I'm not gonna bed down. I don't need to.
they don't look very comfy. But it is
No.
actually.
Also,
Also, we did just
weird
start.
drunk goblins. So, right, I'm just gonna swig it.
Okay.
Just like fully up like a Coke advert.
All right. Roll a d8 plus 1 then.
A D8 plus
See what you get
1.
back.
3. So that's pretty good.
Was that a 3 on the dice or
3. No, there's a 2 and then a
Oh
plus
right.
1.
So you're almost back up to full.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna
helps.
like throw it aside and it'll smash against the
Your
wall.
knee doesn't throb as much.
We do feel like very feeble creatures right now without 10 hit points.
Does the bleeding stop here or what? Like, was it like bludgeoning damage or slashing damage?
Yeah, it's a
So I've got a cut. I've got a cut going on.
Yeah, but it's scabbed over now.
yeah.
Yeah, and also a hole in the scale armor here.
Are you done? Are you done healing yourself?
I already said I threw the bottle against the wall.
Okay then.
So-
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Are you
it's
throwing the
gonna
bottle against the
belch.
wall?
Yeah.
That's a natural one. That's okay.
It's fine. So the wall is alive. The wall is alive as well.
See how much noise
That's
you were
good.
making. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
I imagine quite a lot already. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, I've got a lot of stuff that will clank, I imagine.
Yeah.
Not a stealthy boy.
And also, I did yell a lot in that first bit. So,
It was outside the cave, technically.
not a stealthy guy.
So, you can see there's a set of doors at the end of this sort of passageway, and there is the mossy green curtain on your way out. What would you like to do?
It's 10 cents a go.
Fine, do it. I'll take the 1,000 gold myself.
I need that money.
So shall we
Baby
head
need a new pair of shoes.
to the... I want to head to
I'm
the
just gonna like clank over to the door though.
doors and I want to listen and see if I can hear anything on the other
Alright,
side.
so-
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait while that happens.
Alright, so you're not clanking over at the same time?
I'm gonna like go to the door and like next door, just like wait until you're done, so you're satisfied.
Perception check then.
Oh no.
That's alright.
What is it?
Ooh, that's a 3. Though.
Oh, that's a 3. Plus 5, it's an 8.
8. Can't hear anything.
Hey, what are you human? Is it here?
You want to try your Alpheas?
That you've clanked over.
Hey, Legolas, what are your Alpheas here?
My perception isn't. I don't have a skill for it or anything like that.
So just
You could do a roll.
I'm fine. I'm just gonna like.
You're just gonna go through again. You're gonna do that.
Yeah,
again?
is the door locked or anything?
It
Or
doesn't seem locked.
cool, let's do it.
Who's pushing the door?
Me.
Alright.
That's the noise of the door.
Cool.
Yeah,
It opens. It's fine.
good. Very glad. That's what I'm used to. Again, I've been burned before very recently.
The stone doors swing open, revealing a room bathed in a shimmering gold radiance.
Nice.
Like sunlight reflecting off the ocean. A light emanates from a rune-covered fountain in the centre of the room, and just out of earshot, it seems like faint talking can be heard.
From the fountain.
Make a perception check.
8 plus 5, 13.
You can't tell. It's definitely very faint. Yeah, you're not sure. You might have to get closer.
Can I detect my magic?
You can detect
Yeah,
magic.
I'm tentatively gonna head to the fountain.
Okay,
Like,
you head to the
peer
fountain.
at it.
Describe to me what detect magic does.
You detect magic items and spells or identify a magic item. On the round you cast it, you sense if any are in range. On round 2, you know how many there are. On round 3, you know exactly which things are magic. If cast on a magic item, you learn its powers. I'm gonna detect magic on this rune-covered fountain. Mm-hmm. Which is like, I feel like a cleric is largely...
Could you read the runes? Like, is that an arcana thing?
Probably as well. If this fails, like, it's a cantrip. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, why read? You know?
You're just like,
Why read when you can magic?
I feel like detect magic for a cleric is largely like laying on of hands. So just kind of like
so you move up to
walking
the fountain.
around it,
Yeah.
like just kind of, you know, feeling the runes.
So feeling the runes.
Like just kind of like a hand around it, just kind of like just dragging behind.
Okay. Well, I'll get you to do it anyway. Can you make a knowledge religion check?
Cool. 10.
It's difficult to say. With your detect magic going on at the same time, so you sort of make a circle round the fountain.
Uh-huh.
You can tell that it is magical.
Uh-huh.
You can tell with the light, and you can see this too, Ariadne, is there's sort of a golden light shining from the fountain, but you can't tell where the visible source is of that light.
Okay.
And the water is flowing, and you can tell that the water is clean and cool, and you think the water itself is magical.
Uh-huh.
But apart from that, you can't gain... Unless you put your hand in the water,
Okay.
you can't tell.
So it's all about like the magic
kill you or
itself.
heal you, and you wasted that potion.
I'm gonna... That jug that I stole, I'm gonna fill it with some water.
Alright,
Yeah, I'm gonna fill mine with water too.
sweet.
I'll hold out my hand and just like offer to like, while I'm here, like I can fill it for you, if you like.
With magic water. No, I can fill my own water.
Well, fuck you too.
So you sort of both go 1, 2, 3, fill the jugs with water, and as you bring the water up, for a few seconds, the golden light is still in the water, and then it
Okay.
fades away.
Okay.
Oh, so is it no longer magic then?
I transferred the magic.
The detect magic, I think, must go on for a couple of minutes. You can tell that this water in your jug is now no longer magical,
Yep.
but the water in the fountain is still magical.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna tell. Okay,
You probably say this all out loud, confiscating.
it's like, we're still gonna drink it out of the fountain if we want any magic.
Is it
stuff.
drinking magic water or putting your body in magic water? Is
All
what I'm
water is
wondering.
drinking water if you like.
I mean, what's going to make it work? Like, because maybe it's, you get a wounded arm, you put your arm in and it heals it. Or maybe you put your arm in and your arm dies.
I'll give you 5 gold pieces to put your arm in there.
No.
Technically,
I
Ariadne's
wanna-
untouched, and she doesn't have any blood on her. or
Yeah,
anything
no,
like that.
I
You're a
wanna
bit bloody, though, from the sword and stuff.
I'm going to throw the dead lizard I've got into it and see what happens to that.
Okay. Bloop.
Yeah.
You do not get 5 gold pieces just for this, just so we're clear.
Fine, keep your gold.
I will. Like 42 of them.
Nothing,
I don't pay these goblins.
The other thing I'd say as well is that you can see now that you've gone into the chamber. There's 2 ways out of here, so you can tell from the northwest from where you are. There's sort of a passageway that goes off, and now that you are closer to front, actually the noises, the talking noises that I said before, they're coming from down that passageway.
Okay.
And then onto the east, there is a small door leading off.
Okay.
So nothing happened to the lizard.
Lizard sort of bobbed there for a bit,
And then
That's it.
Still super dead.
Yeah, very. It didn't just go and runs off like.
Well, I was waiting to see if it would like,
Yeah.
like
It's worth
burn
knowing.
or something.
But the water.
You did science today. I don't want to drink it now. I do not want to drink this water anymore, but you did it.
Yeah, the water hasn't changed colour or the light's still going in it. So
Okay, so we don't know if it's hurty or healthy magic water. It's just magic water.
Yeah.
Great, cool.
I'm still going to keep it in the jug because water's water and I might need
You
it.
might get thirsty.
You know.
What do you want to do? Move towards the talking or away from the talking?
Let's go away from the talking.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to... Like, I imagine it's like a pointing conversation. Just like, nah.
Yeah.
you both sort of nod.
Yeah,
a
let's
lot
do
of,
it.
a lot of,
Yeah. Nothing
so
else
we
in this room or
go-
anything like that, so...
Nope, nothing else.
Cool.
Like I said, you just got the
Let's go to this door. Let's have a look at this door.
door on the east. So you both sort of go over to the door.
Locked.
And doesn't seem to be locked. Looks like very much like the last door.
Opened.
Well, the door
I've
slightly.
got a character at this point.
It says so. The door silently swings open.
Ah,
So it's-
okay.
you said that.
Yeah.
I have done the noise.
To reveal a chamber bathed in red light.
Ooh.
On the east side of the room, a pair of stone statues stand on either side of a dusty altar that is inscribed with runes. Atop the altar sits a large red gemstone, and a creepy red light comes from this gemstone. And so you both see this. Are you going in?
Don't like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna go in
I was
and
going to say, how far are you going in?
I'm gonna go right in, like right up to. I'm gonna go right up to where the plinthy thing that
So
the
sometimes
gems
I've
on.
held the door open for you.
You just walk straight
Yeah,
past.
Yeah.
basically. And I'm gonna.
So Ariana, so you're going straight up to the altar.
Yes, but I'm not touching it or anything. I'm just like
Okay.
trying to get a closer look.
So as you start to go up to the altar, so that maybe about 5 feet into the room, you hear a voice, and it seems to be coming from the two statues. It says, "Approach with humility and live."
Ooh.
Do you continue?
Do we both hear this voice?
You both hear this voice.
Define humility?
Do you want me to spell it?
I can say like I don't know
so
it in character.
are you saying it out loud?
I don't know the
Define what
meaning
you
of that
mean.
word. Yeah.
So you ask, and
I don't know the meaning of that word.
and it just says again, "Approach with humility and live."
I say it means not being an arrogant book. You arrogant book.
Here's my
I
question.
keep
Here's the
moving back
further
quite
question. It's
slowly.
grammatical this time.
Right, your grammatical.
I have a This is also in character. I have a grammatical question.
Okay, please.
Is it like a consequence? Like, if you approach with humility, you will live? Or is it just a full instruction? Like, approach with humility and also, while you're at it, live your life,
think
kiss the girl,
I'm gonna go out on a wild limb
travel, you
and
know?
suggest that if you approach with not humility, then you will die.
Cool. How bad do we want this gemstone?
I don't think.
By we, I
like,
mean you.
I don't necessarily want the gemstone. I just want to see. I'm just
Can
want
I,
to see
like,
what the
okay, I
situation
might,
is
like,
about.
And also,
give me a second. I'm gonna, like, search my memory and use Knowledge Arcana.
go for it.
So D20 again?
Yeah, D20. And I'll say as well, as you're in the room now, you can see there is a door on the south leading off. It's currently closed as well.
14.
14. And what was this for? Sorry.
Just, like, to see all these runes and stuff and just, like, search the old vault for, anything.
So there's no runes in this vault per se. There's just the two statues and the altar where this gemstone is, and the red light's coming from it. Doesn't seem to be any runes in this.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There's only runes were on the fountain.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said they were on here. Or just, like, knowing what, if anything, like... It's an old fortress, this is much we know. Mm-hmm. Disused for many years.
I mean, you can tell that the voice seems to be coming from the statues, and
Yeah.
it seems magical. And the fact it's repeated itself, you think, oh, it probably can't answer
It's
us.
programmed, yeah. But there's nothing else, like, in the memory banks here that
No, unfortunately
can help
not.
me out here.
No.
It's like, alright, I don't know. Didn't cover it in training. Didn't cover it in school. So, I'm out of...
So shall we just
Again, by we, I assume you
continue
mean
on?
you.
Royal we.
I kind of want to know what the gemstone is.
I'm going to roll a perception check and just see if I can see anything else
Go for
about
it. Definitely.
So that is a 19 plus 5, 24.
Wow. You can tell even from this distance that this gemstone is beautiful. And there's something otherworldly about it. Probably is worth quite a bit of money in your terms, but yeah, the words that the statues, there doesn't seem to be anything hiding behind the statue, doesn't seem to be anything else in this room, but there's definitely something, even your sort of keen rogue senses can sense that this could be a trap.
I have an idea. Without my keen rogue senses. And my incredible ability to just take whatever at face value. that goes against my instincts to, I'm here to murder some chupacabras. And, it's only a day's work, but I do want the gemstone. And I lay down my weapons.
Yeah.
How much of a pain in the ass is it to take off my armor?
It'd probably take you about 10 minutes. And it will take you another 10 minutes to put it back on.
Yeah. That's the issue, isn't it?
And you would lose it would be -5 to your current armor.
Yeah, but I can put it back on. Where's the gemstone? Like, historically, gemstones haven't really
Yeah, but like the
punched
statues
me or
might come
anything.
to life and punch.
That is a good point. I lay down the weapons,
Yeah.
sword and shield there. And I'm just going to turn to you and turns around and like, I got an idea. Again, just as a read the room thing, how bad do we want the gemstone?
Not that badly. Like, if you want to have a go for it, have a go for it.
You'll flip a coin?
Because the only thing that is making me think that maybe we should consider trying to take it is that it's magical and the magic might be useful.
This is, look, we're both,
Can
both
you do a
adventurers.
detect magic and see what sort of magic it is?
Well, I'm assuming it is magic. Oh yeah, I can see what magic it is. So I can cast it on the gemstone, right?
You would have to touch it, I think. That's what
Yeah.
I wanted to double check. Was you can't, it's not a radius. I think.
I would have to cast it on it, and I already established
Oh,
it.
so you have to...
No, Orsons you can cast all the time.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you need to pick up the gemstone to cast on it.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
read
Right.
the room.
Okay.
So yeah, like, man, I fucked myself on that well by saying that, didn't I? And I lay down the weapons and look, both adventurers here. If you see a magic thing, it's generally useful a bit later on.
Okay.
We've both been dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Been doing it many years.
Sure. Go
Don't
for
check
it.
that.
I'm going to stand back.
Cool. Yeah, I would. That's fine. So I'm gonna
Okay,
go
so you're standing
approach it.
in the top,
Actually, no. I'm going to stand here
Yeah.
so next to the door, the south
next
door.
to Getaway. Next to the...
This is again in cards. I like how you've not gone backwards, you've gone forward. So
I
whatever.
still want my 100 gold.
You don't know what's through there,
Motherfuckers.
but that could be worse. Just pointing that one out. But sure.
I mean, it could. But you know what's backwards? Not 1,000 gold pieces.
Well, I don't want that to do. I'm gonna approach it. And I'm gonna just crack the old fingers, rub the hands a little bit. All right,
I
humility.
mean, you're a cleric.
humility,
You could say a prayer.
humility. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Look, I'm a student of Gorham. Our prayers are largely just yelling.
Sure.
And I don't really think that's humble.
Yeah, I mean, you can yell, I am your servant,
Just
Gorham.
yelling humility.
Or I am nothing but your implement. You work through me. All I have is Gorham's.
You've never met a follower of Gorham, have you?
I like the fact you're saying this from the south door. You're already.
Yeah.
I'm already here.
It's thanks for telling me, my own church's prayers.
Well,
and
I'm
all,
just,
You're
suggesting.
cleric explaining. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, cleric explaining.
but Usually we yell it, usually we grunt.
Well, do
Yeah, that's not
whatever-
very humble. So I'm just going to say and repeat the word humility to myself over and over again. Don't know what else I can do.
How are you approaching?
Just very, slowly with my hands don't have a weapon. You'd think gemstones and statues don't generally see, but just in case, because I live in a ridiculous universe, you never know.
No?
So just approaching,
Saying-
very much look, sword shield back there. Can't really take off the armor.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a pain, but humility.
Like kabaddi, like humility.
humility.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you make me a reflex saving throw?
Oh god damn it. Fuck.
Is that a -2?
D20.
Yep, D20.
I'll tell you if there's a -2 in a minute. Because I just got a 14, so it's 12.
Well, that's not bad.
That's not the worst.
Shit.
Well, fuck.
So what happens as you approach it and you're saying humility, humility, humility?
Yeah.
The fire statues open their mouths and a cone of fire comes across.
Ah!
But you manage to sort of duck down,
Oh, cool.
still catching a little bit of fire, so you
Yeah, that's
take
fair.
3 points of fire damage.
That's fine.
And it sort of goes over the top of your head and sort of it catches you, and then it goes for about maybe 5-6 seconds and then stops.
Cool. Am I still on fire?
No, it's just
Cool. Good.
And Ariane, you see this, but you are well out of the way of the cone.
It's not
really
even a
enjoying my life
screaming
choices right now.
situation. It's just I kind of knew this would happen.
Humility.
Just like not even move, just okay. So I'm gonna stop for a second.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to weigh up here is like, can anything worse happen if I just take it at this point?
I'd say you're about 5 feet away from it still. And actually make a perception check as well.
So that's an 18.
18. You can hear clicking coming from the statues as it whirs up to...
Okay, yeah. Alright, cool. I'm gonna step back.
Step back?
Step back.
Where to?
Just back.
Just back all the way to the door you came in?
Fully back to like, yeah.
There's your statue. And then as you do that, again, the two cones coincide, just missing you at the door, and again, could have incinerated you again.
Yeah, I know how X's work. That's good.
And then it stops.
So cone of fire doesn't quite get to Ariadne, though.
No, she's moved out of the way.
Cool. Alright.
And again, you hear, approach with humility and live.
Yeah.
Or live and live.
Well, I lived anyway. Alright.
It does seem like there is a way to approach, but I just don't know what it will be apart from putting your hands up and saying humility, humility, humility.
That's all I knew. Give it a go. Yeah. You know, it said to live, and I lived. I took the chance. And I'm done. I'm just kind of like, what I'm going to do now is basically just pick my shit back up and leave. Like, well.
Make just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, God, fuck. 11.
11. I see, even with that check, you realise that the reason you didn't get completely incinerated was that the fire comes up like 3 feet, and you managed to duck down, and it didn't get you.
I'm just gonna, like, on my way out, it's like, if you duck, it'll work.
Crawl on your knees.
If you duck, it'll work. If you crawl on your knees, it'll work.
Yeah.
I just got set on fire.
Okay, I crawl on my knees. To the ruby.
To the ruby.
Yeah.
Okay, and where are you? Where are you at this
Just for the recording, Fiona did knock down the...
already dead.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just like, I look like I'm standing, but I'm flat on the floor.
Yeah.
Just gonna, like...
swimming across the ground.
Just gonna stand in this doorway,
the
watch,
self-doorway.
like, just kind of, like, patting out whatever flames remain.
So, as Ariadne crawls up the thing, the fire goes off.
Right.
Over her head. Mm-hmm. And then you're up by the gem. And you hear the clicking as it starts to go again, but you've been untouched.
Okay. I take it.
As you take it, it is quite hot in your hands, so take 1 point of fire damage.
Again in character.
But then you duck down out of the way just as the fire comes out again. Mm-hmm. But you have the gem.
Okay, cool. So I take it back.
Crawling.
Back.
Yeah.
So that you can do a detect magic.
Is it still hot? Can you give it a minute? Can you blow on it? Anything?
As you're crawling across the floor...
I put it in my pitcher of water.
Yeah, like...
I check water.
Actually, you notice as soon as if you do that, it does slowly but surely come cool. It's just so hot when you first picked it up.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
Right. So it's cooling slowly. I'm just gonna, like, wait this one out.
As you take the gem out and you work, after the final sort of fire trap goes off, the room becomes silent, and the red glow is now around you two.
Okay.
So...
I guess you're, like, what are you, like, are you handing it to me or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just kind of, like, take it, grasp it, detect magic on it.
Yep.
Or read magic, whatever one tells me what it does.
Yeah, detect magic. Again, it looks like a large, flawless ruby. It's incredibly beautiful, and the light coming out of it, again, suggests something magical. And it is. You sense that this is called an energy heart. Mm-hmm. And an energy heart is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Cool.
And the first time of each day you take acid, cold, electricity, or fire damage, the gem reduces that amount by 10 points.
I feel like both of us equally got this.
I mean, your fire damage happened before we had the gem, but now we have the gem, so I feel like mine is reduced.
I think equally we got this, and so the only fair way to see who gets it is a coin flip.
Oh, you mean one of us?
Yeah. I got set on fire for this.
So does this mean that if, like, so one of us carries the gem, we go into the dungeon, some monster spits acid on us.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the one who's not carrying the gem. The one who's not carrying the gem just acid all up ends, but the one who is carrying the gem. So you have to be, on your person for it to
whoever has the gem has this sort of 10 points resistance.
Okay, cool.
To my knowledge, supercrossers don't really spit.
I was just using an example. If that's the case...
this is again in character. Like, this is trying to convince you that I should have this.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. I was the one who got it. So.
I feel like we got it equally and I'm the one holding it right now, so...
I think that you gave up.
I think that... And I'm putting it in my pocket as we speak. Like, I think...
I hold my fancy mouthwork dagger out and point it at you and say, no. You're not doing that.
She does have a fancy master.
I do have a fancy dagger.
Now what I got is a shit ton of armor. So this is a stalemate what we got here.
No, because there's a gap.
And also, yeah.
But is that knee level, not neck level?
Yeah. He's an elf, so he's quite tall.
Okay, if this
chubby.
is fine,
No, he's got a case of the chubs.
let's flip for it. I'm going to...
I feel like it's already in my pocket.
No.
I very much feel like it is.
Okay, so we're flipping for whether or not I stab you.
Alright, let's flip. Alright, cool. I'll take odds.
You'll take odds?
Yeah.
It's odds!
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fuck.
I'll also take
I
that
do
coin.
think that Now, point of order.
Yes.
I took 1 point of fire damage while holding the gem.
It's the next time you take damage.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like shaky magic to me.
Hey, magic's shaky. I'll tell you.
Will Sir and Ariadne make it through the dungeon alive? What other horrors will lie in wait for them? And what are the odds that they will split the reward between them equally? Find out next time on What Am I Rolling? The What Am I Rolling podcast was created, recorded, and edited by me, Fiona Howat. This episode's players were Jamie Drew and Janina Matthewson. This episode's RPG was Black Fang's Dungeon, the beginner box starter adventure for Pathfinder 1st edition, published by Paizo Publishing. You can find out more about Pathfinder and check out more adventures on the official Paizo website. That's www.paizo.com. The theme music was 8-Bit March by Twin Musicom of twinmusicom.org, licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you want to find out more about the podcast, check out the website. That's www.wairpodcast.com. Fancy getting in touch? Email the podcast at whatamirollingpodcast@gmail.com. Finally, follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at WAIR_podcast for latest news on upcoming episodes. And remember, adventurers need not apply.